Mawson Stars presents video 3, day 3. Consistency is definitely key. Does this feel easier? Kind of not. I guess familiarity is built by doing something consistency. So I guess there's sort of new levels and new devils. So I'm feeling more familiar sitting here, but it's not fully comfortable. So today we went to the Hoka Challenger ATR event, and the FER John, who used to be a Hoka racer, who's a lovely, lovely guy, and Owen and Ivana. Um, we all helped set up, and then John beforehand said, "Would you like to talk about your journey, your running communities, and what you've got coming up next?" So we went for an easy shakeout run down the mall. Did evoke some thoughts of London Marathon and the finish. And it also evokes some other memories of doing some chasing lights runs around there. And then we came back to the store. John did a epic and amazing technical talk on some shoes, and then we got into the talk about the Q&A with myself, which was a bit daunting. Always is. I sometimes feel more comfortable with people that I know in the room, half the room. Eric definitely made it a little bit more fun whilst doing burpees when John was trying to present. So yeah, it was really nice to sort of just share my story and then talk about community connection, equity, diversity, and what all of those things wrap up into sort of TNC and also other run communities that I am a part of. And obviously, with that being a trail shoe launch, the Challenger, we spoke about sort of black trail runners and also doing, the Maverick race at the weekend, and the pleasant increase in diversity on the trails. It's quite interesting when you talk about, being a British-born Pakistani male. I understand my privilege. I also understand the barriers that I have to face. And in running, when I started, it was very similar to DJing. You just didn't see that much diversity, especially with DJs. Definitely not with promoters. That's a whole different conversation. But over the years, genuinely, there seems to be a bit more of an interest. I think there seems to be a bit more of the mavericks that maybe do these things first, and then they go back and influence or open the doors for others. I know this can be really, really challenging. So yeah, big up to people like Dora and Ultra Black opening doors in hard spaces. Haroon Motta with active inclusion and Muslim hikers. Yeah, Black Trail Runners, Rumdam Crew. There's lots that are within this space, and they are doing that work to be the pioneers, to be the first, and to also break down those barriers that some of these things are for everyone. They are for small or niche communities, and I'm definitely here for it. I still want to see more. There's still lots more religious groups, sects, not sex, because that can get very misconstrued. But there are just so many different intersects, and there are lots more that I think needs to be done. I think representation is still very poorly and consistently portrayed and marketed with races. So it's just really nice. And I think since 2020, which did ignite a fire with me and a flame in a lot of other people, is that you can kind of be that change by not having to constantly try and go to someone else's table. You can make your own, and you can do things the way that you want, differently to how you see it out in the world. So I'm really enjoying at Track and Core that we do get new people. We consistently still have the people coming from day one, and we have an intersect of people who can run fast. We've got skinny fast guys in carbon trainers. We've got older black women, different sizes, neurodiversity, um, it weirdly kind of works, and I don't understand how or why. But that to me is a real true sense of success, having a common cause with lots of different people who feel like they belong, they feel seen, they feel heard. So yeah, the mission continues to try and keep opening those doors and bring in as many people in that need that space, that maybe don't feel like they fit in somewhere else, or that they are largely represented. So yeah, it was just really fun today to sort of chat the chat, talk the talk, dissect the skinny. Um, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to sort of diving into this weekend and long runs. And yeah, I think we're probably 73 days out a London Marathon. Did have a good old think about it today and about my 2022 race and what I can do different, what I am doing different. Yeah, definitely leaning in. Um, yeah, super excited for track tomorrow. We've got quite an interesting session, 1 minute on, 1 minute off. This is fully open to interpretation of what you think on and off is, if you want to push, and your effort levels. We don't do pace charts, you'll never see one. I fully understand what a pace chart is. If people come with that kind of knowledge, then great. But yeah, it's fully open to how you want to interpret the session. So 1 minute on, you can put some effort, and the 1 minute off, catch your breath, walk, get some water, dial it down a few gears, or you might just want to maybe even, sort of watch your cadence and how much effort you're putting in and switch it up. So we'll do 1 minute on, 1 minute off for a certain amount of time. So that's going to be tomorrow. It's a bit late. It's around 11:15. I wanted to try and record this earlier, but then I thought, well, you're going to an event and you're going to speak, so you could maybe speak about that afterwards. So yeah, overall, just feeling really grateful. Really, I'm just really always um, sincerely and heartfelt in the sense that these people keep showing up and midweek, and I know people catch trains and they have little ones and children and partners and other commitments. So people stepping out and traveling around town to hang out and tell me rabble on about running and other things is really nice. So yeah, Mawson Stars present, getting into community and getting into action. So this is me signing out.